America's Game.
So with the ups and downs going on in New England, is the dynasty over?
This was a long year. We weren't supposed to be here. Everyone thinks we're going to lose. Everyone thinks our time's over. But we're here.
Like Lionel Richie, bro, all night long.
I mean, who doesn't love Lionel Richie?
Edelman is killing whoever's on him.
All night long, baby.
I text Coach Belichick and told him, Jay just got released. 2 McCourty's better than 1.
Knocked away by Devin McCourty.
Just because the team has gone to back-to-back Super Bowls doesn't mean you're going back this year. You're going to have to go out there and go get it.
Great recovery by Jason McCourty.
People just make up stuff. The Patriots dynasty is done.
Gronkowski makes the catch.
In 1 year, they will be right, but they've never been right yet.
In the early 2000s, they won 3 of 4. Now they have won 3 of 5. It's still a dynasty.
Narrated by wrestler, actor, and Massachusetts native John Cena. America's Game premieres Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on NFL Network. So you will hear John Cena, but you will not see John Cena. In other words, you cannot see John Cena. Zeke back at practice, fresh off that new contract with $50 million guaranteed, making him the highest paid running back in the NFL. His holdout was a bit of a story. It was encapsulated probably by this tweet from 14-time NBA All-Star Dirk Nowitzki. He says he came home from China. All these cameras at the airport, thought to myself, man, I still got it. Turns out they were all there for Zeke. So a humbling experience for Dirk. Zeke quote tweeted Dirk and just had the crying, laughing emojis because he's having a great day. He got a lot of money. $50 million guaranteed. Ian's back now as Zeke eclipses that Gurley contract where it counts in that guaranteed money. And now Dallas moves on to the season. What can you tell us, Ian, about just how this broke down in the final days, moments before early this morning?
Yeah, it was definitely a tense one, and while things remained professional with Rocky Arso, Zeke's agent, and the Cowboys, there were some moments where really could have gone either way. Probably about 4 or so days ago, this kind of came into focus as a long-term 6-year, $90 million deal. Once these parameters were basically in place, Patrick, it just became where's the money going to be spread out over the deal and how much actual guaranteed money was it going to be? Was it going to be $48 million, which is what the Cowboys wanted, $52 million, which Zeke wanted, or $50 million, which is what they settled on right in the middle? And now for Elliott, he gets back on the practice field, and I was a little bit surprised just based on the Cowboys people I talked to, how unbothered they were from only a football perspective to think about Zeke missing camp. Yes, you'd like every player theoretically in training camp, but they didn't think it would hurt him football-wise. There was nothing wrong with kind of him sitting out a little bit and making sure he was well-rested for the season. They know he's got 1 million carries in his body. So just from a football sense, it seems like they were almost okay with him not practicing a ton. They know he's going to be fresh when the season starts now.
A lot to look ahead to for the Dallas Cowboys coming up. Season opener against the Giants. NFL Network insider Ian Rappaport with the way that all of this deal worked out. Hey, congratulations going to Tyrann Mathieu. Well, from Tyrann Mathieu to Zeke. He says, big congrats to Zeke. Feed the man. Everybody reaching out to the food analogies there. For more on Zeke and what it means, let's go to the Game Day Morning crew.
Okay, so the long wait is finally over, and Ezekiel Elliott is in the fold for the Dallas Cowboys.
Praise God.
The question I have for you, Michael Irvin, is that the last piece to put them over the top, do you think?
Now, listen, everything has been put in place now that Zeke's in place. We talk a lot about the talent you have on the football field. Talent, that's shoulders down. The mentality of your football team matters, shoulders up. And with Zeke out, I don't care who you are, who on that football team, that messes with your mentality. I know when we didn't have Emmett, it messed with our mentality. Now that Zeke is back, shoulders down, this team is right. Shoulders up, this team is right. They're ready for a run.
Mm-hmm. I'd say I'm excited about where they're at. They got that young defense that played so well last year. They got some of those guys tied up. They got their offensive line. They got the run game. Still trying to figure out the wide receiver spot. I still got some questions there. And then Dak. If they're going to make a run to the Super Bowl, Dak has just got to be a little bit better. And that becomes the next question for me is, Jerry went out and said, I believe this is our best chance to win a Super Bowl since whenever. We cannot go into this season without Zeke. And I believe there's a reason why they got him done this early. They got him done before the first game. They want him to play this first game.
Yeah,
they want him out there. I don't know how much, but the reason you rush it to get it done is to get him out there in week 1 and make sure you take care of business right off the snap.
Yeah, congratulations, Zeke. This is big. This is big not just for that team, but for the entire league. He's going to be a factor now. They're improved with the offensive line, getting Travis Frederick back, right? They added Randall Cobb at wide receiver. You know, here he goes. He's fresh, ready to go. I would ask them to be very judicious about how much they play him early, because I know he's running and jogging and all those things you do lift, but he doesn't have any 9-on-7 and some of those 2.5-hour practices to get in football shape. So bring him up early, 20, 30 snaps. You know, they got a big division game to win, yes. But you got an entire season to play. Don't overdo it in game 1.
But all of his workouts have been controlled workouts. Now you're in a reactive state. You know, when you're working out, you can put cones. You say, I'm gonna hit this cone, hit that cone. You're controlled. Now you're in a game and people are coming at you. You're reacting, man. And he's used to running the ball 25, 30 times a game. 25. I will give him maybe 15 or less carries. 15 or less carries in a game. I mean, 15 or less touches in this game, just to get him going a little bit, but don't overuse him. You do not want to lose him.
But again, it becomes a debate. When do you get those 15 touches? Where's the game at? I just think you rushed back to get this thing done before week 1 because you want to have him available, and then how the game goes can dictate a lot. But it's like, do you throw him in early to get his 15 reps? Do you wait? How that plays out?
The question I have, you want to talk about neck up and the team being mentally ready for the long haul. Irv. The Cowboys, at this point in time, watch Jared Goff break the bank with the Rams. We've seen Wentz with that deal. And Dak has every right to sit here and say the market bears what it bears for quarterback. I am now ready to break the bank, at least more than Wentz, if not Goff. I know Goff's made a Super Bowl. Do you think that's an issue to have a quarterback go into a season not having his paper?
I think it would have been a bigger issue had Zeke not come back. Now the 2-1-4, you just have the 4 without the 2-1. That's a whole different situation. Now that he says, hey, I got Zeke back, I'm ready. Let's get on the table. Give me the dice. I don't mind rolling because I got my partner back. And he'll control the run game. Everybody will line up. I'm telling you, Michael Gallup looks great in camp. I'm talking about he looks great in camp. You got Michael Gallup, you got Amari Cooper, and you got Randall Cobb, now, who I thought was one of the best pickups this offseason to handle inside of that offense. I think if Jerry messes around and gambles with Dak, I think he loses big money.
I don't know who the capologist is over there, you know, counting the pennies.
It's a lot of pie.
Yeah, but you've got, you know, a couple guys that are still waiting, and they're signing their guys. Lyle Collins, the offensive line. That's the most expensive offensive line in the history of the league, right? And he's signed, and so did Jalen Smith. And they're just checking them off right now. But I'm going to go back to not overdoing it with Zeke. I was with the Rams in '85 when we ended up playing the Bears. Eric Dickerson, ever hear him? He was pretty good. He held out and came out late. You know, John Robinson did. He put him on the practice field, and he had some linebackers tackle him. Boom, hit him, take him down, hit the ground, because he wanted him to get, he was training, but he didn't get hit. And so that was very important. I don't know if they'll do that with Zeke or not.
Zeke's such a physical runner, man. You just can't mimic that. You just got to go and get that.
It's going to be the first game for the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday between the Giants and the Cowboys. It's a late window on Fox. I have a feeling it's going to be part of our rundown in a significant way on the Week 1 edition of NFL Game Day Morning, Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time.